Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're talking Funko Fusion, and more specifically the Deluxe Edition, because it's recently been fixed from a bunch of issues that it had. We're also going to talk about the upcoming Fantastik Plastik DLC, because it has pretty much been fully leaked, and we now know exactly which characters it's going to include, but more on that later. So let's start with the Deluxe Edition. This is essentially a version of the game that includes most of the DLC released for the game, including some exclusive DLC that you can only get from this Deluxe Edition. Unfortunately, it was a huge issue on the PlayStation and Xbox side of things. When this came out on those platforms, it was released digitally as a completely separate game from the original. So if you owned the original already and wanted to upgrade to Deluxe, the Deluxe had a completely separate save file, so you'd be starting from scratch. It was also completely incompatible with all of the DLC from the original game, so they had like 2 listings for every DLC. So for example, the Invincible DLC had a standard and deluxe edition versions on the store. So people could potentially waste money if they're not careful or aware of this by purchasing the wrong version of the DLC that's incompatible with their version. The deluxe edition was also incompatible with the physical pop DLC codes, so players were wasting codes on the website, redeeming the DLC, then finding out that the DLC was only compatible with the original version of the game. So anyways, as you can probably tell, the Deluxe Edition was super confusing, even for someone like myself who is super in the know about this game. But now, shout out to Tintin Games because they listened to our feedback, as the separate Deluxe Edition and all of its DLC have now been removed from the PlayStation and Xbox digital stores. They've now replaced it with the Deluxe Edition Entitlement, which is a $9.99 DLC for the original version that gives you everything that the Deluxe Edition had. I bought this myself and it works perfectly. It even gives you the special edified variants of some characters, which was previously completely exclusive to pre-ordering a physical copy from specific retailers, but now it's included with this entitlement. So I do highly recommend this Deluxe Entitlement Pack if you're a fan of the game. You're getting a ton of DLC for essentially $10. And also, I don't think there are too many of you, but if you are one of the few who bought the now delisted separate game version of the Deluxe Edition, this version is no longer supported with new DLC, and it doesn't support the physical pop codes either. So I recommend contacting Tintin Games at their email help@tintingames.com, and if you provide proof of purchase, I believe they will hook you up with the standard edition along with the new Deluxe Entitlement, with your save file transferring over and everything. That way you'll be on the original version of the game that's still being supported. Alright, now let's talk about the elusive Fantastik Plastik DLC. This was originally going to be a pre-order bonus for the Deluxe Edition to be released on August 22nd, but now it's going to be given to all owners of the Deluxe Edition, so if you bought the $10 entitlement, you should be good to go. I've been waiting on this DLC since it was announced in April, and it's kind of wild how it's still not out yet here in late October, but it might be coming soon as it now has leaked on the Nintendo Switch eShop. It's looking like it's going to be 4 packs of 2 characters, or in other words, 8 brand new characters. Fantastik Plastik Packs 1, 2, and 4 are now listed on the Nintendo Switch eShop. You can't download them yet, but we finally can see what they look like, along with the characters' names. Now, the third Fantastik Plastik Pack is for whatever reason not listed, but we know what characters it's going to include from a screenshot from a foreign retailer website. So the complete Fantastik Plastik DLC packs are as follows. Pack 1 includes Monkey Assassin and Sam. Pack 2 includes Rocco, Billy, and Chet. Pack 3 includes Cutie Corn and Frank Von Viner, and Pack 4 includes T-Bone and El Diablo. These characters all look awesome and super unique from anything that we have in the game right now. You can see that the Sam Pig character has a flamethrower, so he's definitely going to have the fire ability to melt red vinyl objects. Monkey Assassin has a sword, but I'm not sure if he will have any sort of special ability. I imagine Rocco Billy will have the ability to use amps, similar to Scott Pilgrim. Chet is holding this checkered flag, so maybe he could have the speedy ability, not sure on that one. Cutie Corn and Frank Von Viner are probably my favorites of the bunch, just based on looks, but again, not sure if they're going to have any special abilities. And then in Pack 4, El Diablo, I hope, has the Rumor or Whisper ability that's currently exclusive to the Allison character from the Umbrella Academy. She has like the most exclusive ability in the game, so it'd be great if they finally gave it to another character like El Diablo. I just think it would make sense with him looking like the devil and whispering in other characters' ears. And then lastly we have T-Bone, and yeah, like a lot of the others, I have no idea what his ability could be, if he has one at all. So that's the upcoming Fantastik Plastik DLC. 8 characters in total, making this one of the largest sets of DLC ever in the game. It does seem like this pack was ready to go back on August 22nd, so hopefully it's releasing soon. Some of the characters seem like they would fit Halloween, mainly Cutie Corn with his skeleton clothing and Jack-o'-lantern, and even El Diablo, so I certainly think it's possible that this pack could release later this week, but who knows at this point. So that's going to be all the Funko Fusion news that I have at the moment. I'm super happy that they corrected all the confusion surrounding the Deluxe Edition, and the upcoming Fantastik Plastik characters look great. And also, by the way, be sure to check out the recent Happy Funko Ween pack. It's only $2 and includes Franny Funko as a brand new character who has Freddy Funko's abilities. It is pretty impressive how 1010 continues to support this game now that we're over a year after launch. But that's going to do it for this one. Be sure to like this video if you learned something new, dislike it if not, subscribe for more Funko Fusion content. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.